First question, very simple one to you all. Have you enjoyed conference?
Who wants to go first? Yeah.
Who else wants to join the panel?
I've got to say yes.
Yes, you've got to say. I'd like all of you to answer that, actually. But I know what you're going to say. But, you know, perhaps just tell me.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I came here, I suppose, to contribute and thought I knew quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But actually, I can't believe how much I've learned, which I really didn't expect. And my two, I think, takeouts from this conference, I'm afraid, come down to sound bites. Scott's piece about the fact that we're trying to go twice as fast and use half as much power.
Yeah.
And Chris Hall from Asda yesterday, who was unbelievably eloquent, and saying that we can't wait for the stars to align to actually make decisions and move on. And I think the combination of that has been my takeout from a fantastic event.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, and I think I have the benefit or pleasure or excitement of being able to go to more cold chain events than I think anybody else in this room, all around the world. And it was a great event, and it never ceases to amaze me the innovation that the industry does in different regions and how they're making do with the challenging environments that the cold chain represents, from working with their customers to achieving energy efficiency to kind of making sure that the businesses are profitable. And I always learn something new that I then take to the next place I go and get to share with a different region or a different different set of corporations.
Brilliant.
Yeah, obviously I'm biased. I've got to say yes, that I enjoyed it. It's always quite a whirlwind, these events, because a lot of planning goes on with the team to put it together, and then suddenly it's all over. And obviously we're always trying to balance the right content so that everybody here thoroughly enjoys themselves. But from my point of view, I think we had just a great range of speakers. Obviously you can't be in all the breakout zones. I wish I could have been, because I know we had some great discussions in there too. And I think, yeah, my kind of take-homes, we tried to focus on two kind of themes, resilience and opportunity. I think on that resilience piece, a lot of pride, I think, within the industry about how we've dealt with a lot of those challenges that we went through yesterday, talked about yesterday, that we've gone through the last couple of years, and come out stronger. And that was echoed again in the panel we had earlier about risks, that even on a health and safety perspective, we're hopefully better adapted now if hopefully we don't have another pandemic or something like that, but we're in a better place to deal with that. So in lots of ways, the industry's in a really strong place. But then, we can't take things for granted. Slight, doom and gloom presentation on food resilience, I think, from Professor Lang, but it certainly made people think. Lots of people were talking about it last night. So we can't rest on our laurels. We've got challenges in food risk. The energy crisis hasn't gone away. So there are still those potential challenges, but we're in a better place to deal with them. And then lots of positivity around, the future and technologies. On the transport side, on the cold storage side, lots of really exciting technologies coming to the fore, I think, in both of those areas. And it's been great to talk about those a bit more and to hear people, engaging and getting excited about those. And I think that's a really good thing for the industry, that new innovation. It's a good thing for the Federation as well, because it means that we can, we don't want to talk about the same things every year. Every year we're coming with new things to talk about and to bring to you. So hopefully that's all in a good balance. Certainly take away what Alan said about collaboration. Obviously that's what conferences like this are about. So that's absolutely what we'll continue to do. Just say we really want to get your feedback. So next week there'll be some sort of feedback form being sent out to all delegates. We'd really love to get your constructive feedback about, we want to improve this event year on year. We're 25% bigger this year, great content again. And we want to keep improving, so do provide, if you get the time, please do tell us what you thought about the conference.
I think more singing waiters may well come up in that.
Yeah, I must admit, I was on the fence about that one. I sort of knew it was going to happen, but didn't know much more about it. And it could have gone either way, I think, but I think it went well. So.
Yeah, no, it was great. Alan, what are your reflections, please?
I think it's been a fascinating couple of days. I'm always enthusiastic about coming to these events, because I think the quality of attendees, suppliers, customers, operators, you always learn something in most sessions. So I sit there and these new products are coming, or these new ideas are happening, these regimes are changing. I think it's consistent. The level is very high, and I think when I go back to the first slide as a point of reference, the cold chain of 2050. I think we're quite a long way down the road already. And I think we should all be extremely proud of that. And I would say the last couple of days, is validation for that.
Given what all of you have said, I just wondered what your thoughts are when it comes to what you want businesses, certainly our member businesses here today, to have achieved by this time next year. What would be the ideal?
Ooh.
I know that wasn't scripted, was it? But, I'm just curious.
Come to more Cold Chain Federation events.
I think just take the learnings, take the technology, look at your notes next week and make some decisions. I think Chris Hall was talking about, fail fast. Actually try things, and certainly that was something I took away, because sometimes you're a bit too worried about, is that the right technology for our business to invest? But maybe buy one and give it a go, and if it's not right, buy something else. But let's start making a difference.
And hopefully in the sort of spirit of collaboration that we've talked about, tell others about your experiences with that technology. And we've got a really good network here. We also have some incredible suppliers, people in the network. So there's lots of people within that sort of cold chain family that I think can support on all sorts of issues we've covered over the last couple of days. So don't be afraid to get in touch with us if you just want to get contact details or have a talk about the options available, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah,
Adam, how is this going to feed into global cold chain?
I think that the takeaway from the global perspective is that a lot of what goes on here is very, very similar to what happens in the rest of the world. Might be a little bit different, but at the end of the day, we run a business that is influenced by all of the macro factors that happen around the world, whether it's geopolitical, whether it's floods or environment, whether it's pandemic related. And we as an industry, you all as an industry, do a great job at embracing that uncertainty. My message, I've spoken at probably 12 events this year about cold chain, and the message is we're still in the midst of uncertainty. It hasn't passed yet. But the way to overcome that, the way that this industry continues to stay resilient, is coming to these events and talking with your peers and talking with your competitors and talking with your friends about how to do better and how to get to that next level to achieve greater business success, greater food security, and kind of a more prosperous food supply chain.
Okay, final question, and this one is for you, Tom. What's coming next from the Federation?
Okay, yeah. I think we've got a slide on this, but the team have obviously been working very hard, looking ahead for next year. We never kind of rest, so we're really pleased to sort of just give a quick outline of kind of what we've got planned for next year. So really pleased, I guess, working backwards, that Cold Chain Live will be back next year. We're moving back to the slot we had last year at the beginning of September. We're going to be at the Telford International Conference Centre next year, so we're well underway with planning that event. Bigger and better. So look out for more information on that. The next event we're going to have coming up is in March, or next in-person event, I should say. We are refreshing our virtual program as well. So look out for information on our Insight Week events, how we're changing that. But we'll be back with the Climate Summit, which was fantastic this year, really good event. With our sustainability awards, but we're also going to be focusing on, I think one of the themes that's really come out yesterday and today has been the idea of over freezing in the in frozen storage, particularly, or frozen cold chain, and that 3-degree challenge, and that's going to be one of the themes of the Climate Summit, as well as heat resilience, how the increased temperatures that we're experiencing at the moment in the UK and across the world, and are going to set to increase even more, is going to impact the way we do operations. So those are going to be the two themes of the Climate Summit in March. We're just putting together the final information for that, so look out for that soon. There'll be lots of opportunities to get involved in lots of different ways. And our ever popular parliamentary reception and summer party will be back. Summer party this year or next year in Carden Park, which is really good for the activities that we do, so the non-golf activities. There's going to be all sorts of things going on for that. So lots of things to get involved in next year. We're just putting together the final programme, so that'll be in your inboxes in the next few weeks. But yeah, please get involved next year in all the great things we've got coming up.
Brilliant. Lots to look forward to then. And can we just do a round of applause, please, for our final panel? Thank you very much for all your thoughts.